Give me 60 seconds and one chewable nut, and I will show you a quiet daily ritual that helps restore your energy, improves circulation to the pelvis, and supports a calmer, healthier prostate without pills, side effects, or complicated routines. This is simple and gentle. Your body already knows this signal. It only needs a nudge to remember. 1 minute of mindful chewing can send the right message through your nervous system and your blood vessels, so the prostate feels less pressure and the bladder stops nagging at night. My name is Dr. Katherine Rotker. I am a men's sexual health doctor with more than 20 years of experience caring for men over 50. In my clinic, I meet good men who feel stuck. They wake up twice or 3 times a night. The stream starts slow. The pelvis feels heavy by afternoon. When we rebuild a few daily signals, the tide turns. This 1-minute chew is one of those signals. I have watched patients use it to steady their nights and feel more in control during the day. I keep my advice clear and safe. I connect simple actions with how your body actually works. No hype. You get the why, the what, and the how so you can try it at home with confidence. Age is not the enemy. Dormancy is. Tissues go quiet when they stop getting the right inputs. The prostate and the small vessels around it respond to signals you send every day. Chewing with intention is one of those signals. It wakes up a pathway that runs from your mouth to your brain and down into the pelvis. I call this the mouth to brain to pelvis circuit. When this circuit fires, vessels relax and flow improves. In just a moment, I will walk you through the entire process. I will tell you the 2 specific nuts you need, the exact way to chew them to unlock their full potential, and the crucial second step that directs all that healing power directly to your prostate. If you want practical, science-informed tips for prostate health and performance, tap subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss a step that helps you sleep better and live with fewer bathroom breaks. And if this message speaks to you, write yes in the comments. If you are unsure, write 0 and tell me what would help you most. Let's begin the healing signal your body already understands. Most men who walk into my clinic believe their prostate issues are an unavoidable part of aging. I tell them that's not the full story. Most prostate complaints ride on the back of circulation. Rigid vessels, sluggish pelvic blood flow, and low-grade inflammation build up quietly over the years. That's not fate. That's physiology that can be changed. The health of your prostate depends on how well blood moves through the small vessels in your pelvis. When those vessels stay flexible, nutrients and oxygen flow smoothly. When they stiffen, the tissue becomes congested. Urinary flow slows down. Pelvic pressure builds. Nighttime bathroom trips become a steady routine. I see it every day, and it almost always traces back to the same problem: poor circulation. Nitric oxide is one of your body's most important molecules for blood flow. It tells your blood vessels to relax and open. When nitric oxide levels stay steady, pelvic circulation improves and prostate tissue calms down. Men who boost nitric oxide often notice smoother urination and less heaviness. That's why this single pathway matters so much. Healthy vessels act like a flexible hose. Rigid vessels act like a brittle straw that barely lets anything through. That difference shapes how your pelvis feels every day. If your blood moves freely, your prostate feels supported. If it doesn't, symptoms grow louder. The fix is simple. You give your body the building blocks for nitric oxide and pair them with a short chewing ritual. That combination sends a signal from your mouth to your vessels. It's easy to repeat, easy to stick with, and powerful enough to create real change over time. We often treat chewing as an afterthought, just a quick step before swallowing. But I want you to see it differently. Chewing is the ignition key for your entire digestive system. It starts a powerful chain reaction the moment you begin. Each time your jaw moves with purpose It sends a signal through nerves that reach your brainstem, then travel down the vagus nerve. Think of this nerve as your body's main communication cable. It links your brain to your stomach, your heart, and crucially, your pelvic organs. This signal prepares your entire body for the nourishment to come. It tells your stomach to get ready. It prompts your pancreas to release enzymes. And it encourages your blood vessels to relax and open up. A slow, deliberate chew wakes up the entire system. Enzymes that help with digestion switch on. Blood vessels receive a cue to relax and open. Your body shifts from tension to readiness. Circulation improves, digestion steadies, and your hormone system finds its rhythm. These three systems work together, and the spark often starts in your mouth. Fast, distracted eating blocks this natural pathway. The brain never receives a clear signal, and your pelvic circulation stays dull and sluggish. I see this pattern in many men. A few quick bites, and the opportunity to stimulate blood flow is lost. When you chew slowly and stay present, you give your prostate exactly what it needs, a calm, well-fed, well-circulated environment. During this oral phase, salivary nitrates begin their conversion into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide helps open blood vessels, including the small ones that feed your pelvic region. At the same time, your parasympathetic nervous system rises. This is your body's restore and repair mode. Heart rate steadies. Pressure lowers. Blood moves where it's needed. It's a simple, built-in switch many men forget to use. Certain nuts make this signal stronger. As their oils and plant compounds mix with saliva, their nutrients become easier to absorb. Slowing down the chew gives those nutrients more time to enter the bloodstream and feed the nitric oxide pathway. The right nut, chewed with intention, becomes a tool to nourish and protect your prostate from the inside out. The first nut is a powerhouse for vascular health, the pistachio. These little green gems are one of nature's richest sources of a special amino acid called L-arginine. Think of L-arginine as the essential building block your body requires to create nitric oxide. When you chew pistachios, you supply your system with the raw material it needs to manufacture this crucial molecule. The nitric oxide then works to relax and open up those congested blood vessels in your pelvic region. I've watched men improve circulation without changing a single pill, simply by feeding their vessels what they need. These nuts also bring in a powerful mix of plant compounds. They're dense in phytosterols, especially beta-sitosterol, which has been linked to less urinary hesitancy and improved bladder emptying. On top of that, pistachios carry natural antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds help quiet inflammation and ease the strain that builds inside the prostate over time. When the inflammation drops, vessels regain some of their softness and flow improves. The difference feels a lot like moving from a narrow, tense channel to a smooth, steady stream. Your pelvic microvessels thrive when they can flex and carry nutrients freely. That flexibility can ease pressure on the prostate and support urinary control. This is why I often recommend pistachios to men who want a simple, practical way to support their vascular health. Chewing is what unlocks their full effect. Pistachio oils and sterols mix with saliva during the first minute in your mouth. That early contact gives your body a head start on nitric oxide, signaling before you even swallow. Regular pistachio intake also supports healthy cholesterol levels, lowers triglycerides, steadies blood pressure, and improves how your body handles sugar. All of these metabolic changes work together to keep pelvic circulation strong and steady, which is exactly what your prostate needs to stay calm and well-fed. The second nut addresses the silent partner in prostate discomfort, tension. I'm talking about the almond. While pistachios focus more on blood flow, almonds help create balance inside your body. They contain nutrients that calm your system, support hormone health, and ease the quiet tension that often builds in the pelvis. When that tension drops, urinary comfort improves and nighttime urgency becomes less of a struggle. Magnesium is one of the star nutrients in almonds. It helps relax smooth muscles and softens the vessel walls that feed your pelvis. When those muscles stop clenching, blood moves more freely, and the pressure that wakes many men at night can ease. That simple shift can make a real difference in how your bladder and prostate feel after dark. Almonds also bring in zinc, a trace mineral your body relies on for healthy hormone activity and tissue repair. The prostate uses zinc in high amounts to stay stable and function normally. When the supply runs low, inflammation can rise and tissues lose their resilience. Restoring that zinc through food is a gentle, sustainable way to give your prostate what it needs to keep its structure and signaling strong. Magnesium and zinc work like quiet partners. Magnesium calms your system, helping you settle into steadier sleep and reducing pelvic tightness. Zinc supports the background work of tissue, repair, and hormonal steadiness. One soothes, one fortifies. Together, they create a baseline that feels steady instead of spiky, which your prostate responds to with less irritation and more ease. This isn't a quick hormonal surge. It's a slow, dependable return to balance that your body can sustain day after day. That steady ground is what often matters most. When your system is less reactive, your prostate has the space to function without the constant pull of stress or inflammation. When you combine these two nuts, you create what I call the prostate pulse. Two humble nuts, one quiet minute, a wave of signals your pelvis understands without any struggle or side effects. This isn't a supplement stack or a complicated plan. It's a daily habit that fits in the palm of your hand. Pistachios bring the push. Their natural L-arginine feeds nitric oxide production, which helps blood vessels open and improves pelvic circulation. They're rich in phytosterols, plant compounds that support urinary flow and ease pressure on the prostate. When these compounds meet saliva, their activity starts right in your mouth, long before digestion begins. Almonds bring the base. They supply magnesium to relax smooth muscles and ease pelvic tightness, along with zinc to support hormone balance and tissue repair. Those two minerals work quietly but steadily. Magnesium calms the body. Zinc fortifies the gland itself. Together, they steady the system from both sides. When you chew these nuts slowly, you create more than just a nutritional effect. You trigger a chain reaction through your nerves, blood vessels, and hormone signals all at once. This is the kind of synergy your body responds to instinctively. Nerves quiet down, vessels soften and open, hormones steady. That's the environment where pelvic comfort can return naturally. You can anchor this two-step ritual at the time that fits best. Some of my patients chew in the morning to start the day with energy and clear flow. Others prefer to do it at night to ease pelvic pressure and reduce bathroom trips. What matters most is the rhythm. 1 minute, 2 nuts, a direct line to the systems that shape your prostate's comfort and strength. Here is the exact protocol. You'll need 6 raw almonds and 6 pistachios. No measuring tools, no fuss, just enough to feed the body the right signals. Keep this easy. It's meant to fit into your life, not become another chore. Sit down somewhere quiet. Take a slow breath. Set your phone aside. This is 1 minute that belongs to your body, especially your prostate. When your mind settles, your nervous system begins to shift from high alert to rest and restore mode. That's the state where healing processes work best. Bring the nuts into your mouth and chew slowly for about 30 seconds. Aim for at least 15 to 20 chews per nut. Don't rush. As the mix turns creamy, you'll feel the oils release and the aroma deepen. That creamy texture is your sign that the nutrients are unlocked. These oils and plant compounds mix with saliva, creating a chemical signal your body recognizes almost immediately. As you chew, notice your breath begin to deepen. Your heart rate eases. Tension around your pelvis starts to soften. That subtle shift is not just a feeling. It's your body switching gears into a state that allows blood to flow more freely, inflammation to settle, and tissues to receive what they need. When the texture feels smooth and your breathing has steadied, swallow slowly. Take a few sips of room temperature water to help with absorption. Avoid cold drinks here. Cold tightens vessels, and the goal is to keep them open and relaxed. Now comes the second step, the directed pulse. Right after swallowing, gently tighten your pelvic floor muscles, the same ones you use to stop urine mid-flow. Hold that contraction for 10 seconds, then rest for 5. Do this 3 times. This is not just an exercise. It acts as a pump. You have just filled the pelvic area with nutrient-rich blood. The contraction squeezes this healing blood directly into your prostate tissue, delivering those compounds straight to their target. The whole ritual takes just 1 minute. Simple, precise, designed to give your prostate the daily support it deserves. Results come from steady signals, not quick tricks. Your body responds best to what it can rely on when you give it the same gentle nudge day after day. Physiology has the space to do what it's built to do. That's how this ritual works. Repetition builds momentum, and momentum leads to noticeable changes. Many men notice their first wins within the first week. The pelvis feels calmer. Those sudden, false alarms to rush to the bathroom become less frequent. Starting urination feels smoother. It's not dramatic, but it's real. That early shift is your nervous system and blood vessels starting to work together again. By the second or third week, the improvements reach further. Energy feels steadier throughout the day. Sleep often becomes deeper and more continuous, with fewer nighttime interruptions. You may feel more comfortable leaving the house without constantly planning for the nearest restroom. Confidence begins to return, not because of a pill, but because your body is quietly regaining control. As pelvic vessels relax, the prostate often feels less congested. The urinary stream can grow stronger. That heavy, full feeling in the lower pelvis begins to ease. These changes build gradually as circulation improves and inflammation settles down. They're not forced. They're earned through daily consistency. Behind these changes, your nitric oxide levels are stabilizing, vessel walls are becoming more flexible, and nerves are calming down. Micronutrients are being absorbed more efficiently, feeding the pathways that support prostate health. When these elements work together, they create harmony inside your body. Your breath deepens. Your chew activates the right signals. Your nerves settle. Your vessels open. When each part holds its note, the whole system flows as it should. That is where comfort, control, and vitality begin to return naturally. This isn't just another tip to try and forget. It's a ritual. 1 quiet minute you give back to your body every single day. When a habit becomes part of who you are, your physiology learns to respond even before you begin. That's where the power lives. When you chew at the same time each day, your brain starts to expect the calm. Your vessels expect the improved flow. Your pelvis expects the relief. That repeated cue builds a loop your body trusts. It's like showing up to the same appointment every day without needing a reminder. Over time, your nitric oxide pathways grow more responsive. Your pelvic floor muscles hold their tone with less effort, and your stress reactivity softens. I see this often in men who stay consistent. Their system doesn't just adapt. It becomes more efficient. They describe the shift not as a sudden fix, but as something steady that builds in the background. Anchoring the ritual to something familiar makes it easier to keep. Some men tie it to their morning coffee. Others add it to their evening wind down. By linking it to a moment that already exists in your day, it becomes part of your identity, not another item on your to-do list. This steady practice creates a ripple. Days flow more smoothly. Sleep deepens. Intimacy feels easier. The mind grows quieter because urgency no longer rules it. It's not about chasing symptoms anymore. It's about living with more control, more ease, and more trust in your body. Aging doesn't have to feel like retreat. It can feel like refinement. You're training your biology to keep serving you. That's what turns a daily habit into a lasting part of who you are. For the man who wants to amplify his results, to take this ritual from effective to transformative, there is one final step, and it targets the most overlooked area in men's health. Immediately after your 3 pelvic floor contractions, I want you to use your thumb or knuckle to apply firm, steady pressure to your perineum, the area between your scrotum and anus. Hold this pressure or make small circles for 30 seconds. Keep your breath soft and steady. This pressure does 2 things miraculously well. First, it mechanically stimulates blood flow and lymphatic drainage in the prostate, helping to flush out inflammatory compounds. Second, it is a powerful vagus nerve stimulant, deepening that rest and digest state we activated with chewing. When you combine the nitric oxide boost from the nuts, the direct nutrient pump of the Kegels, and the drainage stimulation of this acupressure, you are not just supporting your prostate, you are actively rehabilitating it. This is the ultimate mind-body dialogue for pelvic health. You are using nutrition, neuromuscular control, and targeted touch to send an unmistakable message of healing. I'm Dr. Katherine Rotker. On behalf of my team, I thank you from the heart for your time. Your presence fuels our purpose and strengthens our mission.